Sticky icky. That describes the weather right now. It is humid. I got the AC cranked up, otherwise you guys would be fogged up and steamed up. Anyways, I'm here at Walgreens. I thought I would buzz in and check out the skincare and see what they have. Please do not try on products. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing. I will not be trying anything out. All right, this Bliss brand. I get questions about this. I guess it's, hey there. I guess it's a cruelty-free brand. I saw some of their products at Wally World last time we were dancing in there together. What is this? It looks promising. The Glycolic Polyhydroxy Acid Night Serum. Please tell me it does not have fragrance, because that would just be, too bad it does. Polyhydroxy acids are great. They add hydration to the skin. They also very, very gently exfoliate the skin. With a combo of glycolic in there, that would be a product that, would help with keratosis pilaris, dry skin, and skin textural issues. Now this I saw in Wally World last time we were there. Wally World is Walmart for those of you who are not in the know. Anyways, the Clear Genius by Bliss. This looked really promising and did not have fragrance. Ew, they're having a dealio. Buy one at $21.99 and get one 50% off. It's basically like, hey, come by, spend $35 worth of stuff. All right, what else do they have here? Geez, gold. Everybody's got to get on the gold. Gold in skincare only offers the opportunity for irritation. It's abrasive, and you know, people have metal allergies, and depending on the gold alloy, you could potentially cross-react with things like nickel. I don't know. I'm telling you guys, like, they just don't know what they don't know. The people that make this stuff, they really don't. And it's problematic. I mean, it's like, I don't know who they consult. Oh, geez, what's the Jelly Glow Peel? With fruit enzymes. Okay, enzymes as exfoliants, like, why would you do that to yourself? Just use alpha hydroxy acid or beta hydroxy acid. Fruit enzymes, I mean, they're not bad, but they're just not precise. It's like, would you put meat tenderizer on your skin? Probably not. Ew, who is getting a whiff here as we look at this together, hand in hand? Who's getting a whiff of the Glossier's milky jelly cleanser, which I actually like. I mean, they are just, this is a carbon copy of it. A carbon copy. Oh, except it's got lavender oil and what are they called? The Glossier does not. The Glossier, I believe, does have some rose water in there. Never Greasy Eye Makeup Remover Gel. I can't see because it's a see-through bottle. It's hard to read the words, not because my eyesight is dwindling. Well, that too. This looks kind of promising. This goop. I kind of want to get this, but I do not need. Oh God, vitamin C. You would think vitamin C was like an Alfa Romeo or some like highly coveted vehicle, the way people drool over it. I mean, it's like temporary brightening, potentially boosting collagen, but oh wait, it's 3-O-ethyl. Just ignore 3-O-ethyl. Problematic. Doesn't work. Associated with contact dermatitis. It's like they'll try and rope you in with the stability claims. It's like, all right, but it doesn't work. It may be stable, but it doesn't work. Arguably, in my opinion, for whatever it's worth, one of the best drugstore lineups here. They need a sunscreen in this line, preferably. I bet they would do a mineral one, but preferably one that, like, maybe a tinted mineral. Could Aveeno come out with that? That would be magic if they did. Culture Club is rocking on the overhead, so let's not get copyrighted with karma chameleon. If I sing over it, then it'll confuse the bot to bits. They'll be like, what the heck is that? I'm not gonna lie, I'm always roped into these Hemp's moisturizers. They all have fragrance in them, but they look really promising, especially, who doesn't want to smell like an Asian pear? Those things are so good. B-Tan. Alright, I always get requests till I review sunless tanners, but I can tell you the ingredient dihydroxyacetone is safe. It's a far better thing to use a sunless tanner than it is to lay out or go on a tanning bed. Both of those things will destroy your skin, increase your risk of skin cancer tremendously. Yeah, dangerous. Don't recommend a UV mediated tan. So if you want to look tan, then by all means, dihydroxyacetone on. But yours truly does not A, desire to have a tan, B, want to dedicate the time to like a tanning routine. So but anyways, all that yammering aside, what is B-tan? Is this it's vegan friendly. It's got rosehip seed oil in it, but otherwise I'm not seeing fragrance. Speaking of fragrance-free sunless tanners, did y'all know that Bondi Sands has sunless tanner without fragrance? They have like a whole line. I think I've mentioned this in other videos, but not everybody watches every single one of my videos. I don't know why. Like, stay focused, otherwise I just aimlessly wander into the office supplies section. What's going on here? Venus roping you in. Just buy men's razors. They're always less expensive, often less expensive. Although this Venus one is looking, I'm not in the market for a razor, so I'm not going to comparison shop. There, this is what I was talking about. Okay, before I seg into that, this Pure Line Sleep Mask. This is basically a way to sunless tan your face. Now, sunless tanner on the face often causes like acne-like breakouts for people. But anyways, these two right here are like my dynamic duo of 2021 so far of new drugstore sunscreens. The Neutrogena, oh, I'm sorry, I've got the wrong one here. Not this mist, ignore what I just said. Neutrogena and this Invisible Daily line, they have a serum, a sunscreen serum that is fantastic. If you have oily skin, doesn't leave a cast, doesn't burn or sting around the eyes. I'll link it down below. This Cetaphil Sheer Mineral Face Liquid Sunscreen, I love it. It is probably, arguably, one of the best drugstore mineral sunscreens that we have available. This and Onthelos Mineral. These are both very good, but Onthelos Mineral is a little pricey. This has a nice matte finish. It does leave a cast, but you're not going to find a non-tinted mineral sunscreen that doesn't leave some kind of cast. I mean, it just doesn't exist. It's not too shiny, actually. It is water resistant. Like it claims, it is a good one for those of you who wear makeup. Now these, the Sheer Mineral Sunscreen SPF 30 and 50, heavier cast, especially this one. Heavier cast. Not bad. Great if these minerals, all three of them, great option to use around your eyes in particular, because chemical sunscreens, like the Neutrogena, often cause burning and stinging for some folks around the eyelids. So this is a fantastic one. Like, I'm currently loving this right now. This is like one of my favorites. These are also a great option. The Simply Protect Kids. These are mineral sunscreens again. They leave a cast. They are shiny, but they are great. Like, wow, sold. But they are good. This one in particular I really like. The SPF 50 Faces. It's a combination sunscreen. So this one, the cast is much better than this one. This one is just mineral, which is great for protection. This one employs some chemical filters, but it also has zinc. So the combination of zinc and the chemical filters, these type of combination sunscreens, they're often less casty. So I highly recommend that one. That's probably one of the best options we have available. One of the best options that we have available here, along with the Cetaphil ones I was talking about, and that Neutrogena one, which isn't here, but I'll link down below. We need more tinted sunscreens from the drugstore. This is all we really have that's decent. Yes, I know everybody's going to chime in the praises of Australian Gold Botanical. Great. I don't have anything on paper bad to say about that product. However, yours truly is a horrible contact dermatitis anytime I use it, so I struggle to recommend it. So that is arguably one of the best that we have. It looks good on many people. Not everybody likes it. It's not universally well liked. There's no such thing as being universally well liked. I'm sure even Mother Teresa had an enemy somewhere, somebody who didn't like her. But yeah, definitely with sunscreen, there's no 100% acceptance. Now, I mentioned this in a recent video, the Larish Posse Tinted SPF 50. The problem with this is that all you have as an active sunscreen ingredient is titanium dioxide, which is not as broad spectrum in the UVA ranges. And that's really important because people, especially people with deep skin tones, they need to tap into as much UVA protection as possible, because the UVA is really what affects your skin the most. UVB are the burning rays. I mean, that affects things. Don't get it twisted, but for people with medium to deep skin tones in particular, UVA like needs to be the focus oftentimes. This is the only this is the only sunscreen we have in the US that has Mexeril in it, a capsule. That's actually FDA approved here, but this is the only product that has it. I find, oopsie, the only sunscreen that you'll find. It may be like a inactive ingredient. Jeez. Now, they're setting me up for failure here, you guys. I mean, look, is that even an aisle? Like, I'm trying to put it back. Okay, there, I succeeded. But now I've got to, I'm just gonna let it go. Shh. I always get questions about the sprays. Okay, sprays are an option, but they're not reliable like creams, lotions, gels, because you're not going to get a consistent layer with a spray. This is a great product, by the way, by Larish Posse. The way to use a spray, unfortunately, you gotta spray it in your hands and then pat it on, or if you're gonna spray it on an extremity like your arms or legs, do multiple passes. Make sure you're not outside in a windy area, because otherwise it's gonna blow all over the place and you're not gonna get it on your skin. Don't spray it directly in your face. We don't know like how safe it is to inhale sunscreen, but it's recommended that you spray it into your hands first and then pat it on the skin. Coppertone came out with a mineral sunscreen in their sport lineup. All right, so we have another mineral. Has anyone used this? I'm guessing it's Casti, but hey, I'm happy they have that as an option. Oh, okay, one thing I want to point out, see this approved OTC? One thing you may not be aware of is that sunscreen, because it is, at least here in the States, because it is regulated as an over-the-counter medication intended to prevent a sunburn, it is eligible for a flexible spending account dollars, which is basically some insurance plans offer, wherein you have money set aside in an account that you use for out-of-pocket healthcare costs, including sunscreen, and then that money you don't have to pay tax on at the end of the year. Ew, it looks like Sally Hansen came out with some of these foot mask. Aveeno has a foot mask like this that I recommend. It's quite good. It's just for a relaxing spa thing. What does Sally put in hers? That looks like a good one, actually, because it's got urea in it. It'll help soften callus. You guys probably can't see that because we're standing in the shadows of love. I just made up that lyric. Oh my god. I'm gonna do my, I kind of want to paint my toenails. You guys are like, we're not here for this discussion. I kind of want to paint my toenails. I'm forcing you to listen anyways. And I need to buy something while I'm in here because I call it my filming tax. Like, I feel like if I just come into a store and film a video and walk out, like, that's kind of like I'm using Walgreens. Yeah, what color should I get? You guys can't, it's not like you can chime in, but I don't know. I feel guilty if I don't ask your opinion. Okay, we'll come back to this in a moment. Why is the hand hygiene stuff here on the end cap like it's going out of style? We need to continue washing our hands, even though there's light at the end of the tunnel with all this. Okay, what's this Sansiderm with aloe vera? This looks good. Has anybody used this? This looks like a good hand sanitizer. Why is it here on the end cap? Maybe it's going to expire or something. Oh, these hand soaps are really good. I've not used the scented ones, but the unscented ones are great. My only gripe, at least with the ones I have here, are that it's kind of hard to get the soap out of here. Like when your hands are wet, you know, it's like awkward. Texans, you can also buy this at H-E-B. Those are the only places I've ever seen it though, like Walgreens and H-E-B. seem to have a monopoly on the how to wash stuff. Dove has a hand sanitizer. Has anyone used this? Of course, they're hiding the ingredients. Does it have a quart of moisturizer like all of their overhyped products? I do like their bar soap. I kind of sneer in the periphery at Dove because as a child with eczema, I was always like told I had to use Dove, like there was no other option in life, and so I had to bathe with Dove for like, I don't think it was until I was like maybe 13 or 14 when I felt like, I'm going to use another body wash. And I branched out, and I think I tried Tone, which is like the complete opposite of what was dermatologist recommended. Tone, like that tropical one, and I loved it. But I don't really use body wash anymore because it does dry out the skin a lot. You don't really need to use it except for visibly soiled areas and like the armpits, groin area. Yes, buy this. DEET is not the devil. Do not buy products though that are a combination of bug spray and sunscreen, because you need to reapply sunscreen like when you're outside, say like hanging out in the woods. You need to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours while you are outdoors. You do not want to reapply DEET that frequently. So that's problematic to have them in a combination product for that reason. But yeah. The other thing, I mentioned this in a video recently, but as far as mosquitoes, dark clothing is much more attractive to mosquitoes than bright colored clothing. And don't just, similar to sunscreen, don't just rely on insect repellent. You do need it, but wear like long pants if you're out like doing outdoorsy things in the deep woods, deep in the heart of Texas. Anyways, yeah, rely on things also like long pants that you can tuck into like your hiking boots, taking a little adventure in our mind together. These natural insect repellents, they're like born out of the DEET fear mongering. And a lot of them don't work. They have like essential oils and crap in them that just, I mean, it's just not gonna do the trick, especially here in Texas. Like our mosquitoes, like, what you coming at me with lavender oil? And you think I'm stupid? No. I always get tempted by shampoos. I mean, I've got a collection of shampoos I'm working my way through that I'm rather happy with, but like, I don't know. I'm like, you know, some people are just can't commit. That's how I feel about shampoo sometimes. I'm always like, oh, I want to try another one. Like, I'm really tempted by this watermelon Garnier Fructis. Dry shampoo, unfortunately, is very irritating to the scalp. I don't recommend it. I know it's popular, and I understand why, but it definitely can cause a lot of scalp irritation, and it leads to a buildup on the scalp and on the hair. It can dry out the hair shafts, contribute to breakage, and it can worsen dandruff. I mean, it's just not cool. Cocoa Colada, though, I can see being tempted by this. Has anybody tried these Fructis dry shampoos? Those of you who use it, despite my warnings. I mean, we could still be friends. I mean, you don't have to, just because I point out risks of things doesn't mean like you should like hide in a closet of shame because you use dry shampoo or scented body products. Or take chlorophyll. Just don't come crying to me when you get pseudoporphyria. CoverGirl has Skin Milk. This is like is this a foundation? Yeah. Now, foundation offers like a very, very low SPF, like 4 or something. So very, very low. But foundations also can potentially protect you against blue light, visible light, that contributes to early onset and persistent hyperpigmentation. Protection from visible light boils down to the type of iron oxides. Like having a blend of red, yellow, and black iron oxides is ideal, and the concentration of them, which brands are never going to reveal to you. And then the formulation overall, those three factors go into dictate like how well a product is ultimately going to potentially block those pro-pigmenting wavelengths of visible light. But it's not like brands, they probably don't even take into account that, and they don't like quantify it in any way. You know, like a sunscreen, they have to do the SPF testing, but they don't really do that, except Color Science does. That sunscreen, the Even Up one, they did quite a bit of testing on that to show that it does protect from pro-pigmenting wavelengths of visible light. Also, one that is, the brand didn't do it, but showed up in the dermatology literature, is the Aven Tinted Mineral Compact. That does a good job protecting against pro-pigmenting wavelengths of visible light. I'll list it down below. It's not inexpensive, and they don't offer many shades. And I'm sad that Aven discontinued their liquid mineral sunscreen, because I really liked that one. They clearly didn't consult me. We talked about this in Walmart, this Milani stuff last time. These Cantu products look new. The curling cream and the soothing cream gel, flexible hold with flaxseed. Cantu has some fragrance-free products, but I've never actually seen them in store. You have to buy them online. They always have like a very limited selection of Cantu products in stores. I think I've complained about this before. Whenever I come over here to any store and talk about hair care products, I feel like they just, I don't know, maybe the company doesn't distribute all its products in store. Ooh, this is a good product to use as a cleansing oil. I've talked about it in several videos, but if you're new here, this is great because you can just grease up your skin before you get in the shower. It will help wash off like water-resistant sunscreen, makeup. Helps it come off better without you having to like use as much cleanser and wash, especially if you've got water-resistant sunscreen on the body. It can help. So that's a good tip for summer coming up. What is this? Walgreens body wash. Why is this hidden? Why did they put baby in the corner? I guess because it doesn't really offer much. I was thinking it might have like chlorhexidine in it because it's over here in like the medical supply section. Chlorhexidine or Hibiclens is good for those of you who deal with hidradenitis suppurativa. It's an antimicrobial. You can just lather it to the areas where you get breakouts, leave it on the skin for a while in the shower, and then rinse it off. It really can help quite a bit. Boy, this is a biggie size of the healing ointment. A lot of people develop allergies to Aquaphor. And you know, I've talked about in other videos how it's always attributed to the fact that it has lanolin in it, which is a common allergen. But I was actually reading a paper recently where they found out that a lot of people actually, in some cases, react to the bisabolol, and it's kind of falsely attributed to the lanolin. Like they don't react to lanolin, but they react to Aquaphor, and then it ends up being the bisabolol. So it's not always the lanolin, but yeah, people do develop allergy to that a fair amount, probably because, you know, they're putting it on skin that's abraded usually. You know, it acts as a skin protectant. So for example, you're going to put it on dry chapped lips, or you're going to put it on, you know, a cut to keep it protected. You're going to be using it if you've got eczema and the skin barrier is impaired. So that's kind of a setup where you're more at risk for allergies developing. Did you guys know that Simple came out with a clay mask? This looks promising. Clay mask, bentonite and kaolin clays and masks, they can be helpful for absorbing excess oiliness off the surface of the skin and from within the pore. For people with acne-prone skin, that ultimately can be really helpful. Unfortunately, they are drying, but you know, it kind of depends on how overall they're formulated. Some of them will have moisturizing ingredients to kind of help with that. This looks like it does, and it doesn't appear to have fragrance. I always recommend the Cetaphil clay mask. It's quite good, but I tried this is not good. Like on glance, it's good. The ingredients, the foaming cleanser, but it's just, I can't remember what I didn't like about it. It's a consistency thing, and it didn't do a very good job. Is this their reformulated micellar gel cleanser? kind of looks a little bit like it. I haven't tried that one, the moisturizing facial wash. This Basis bar is a good option if you like to use a bar soap for washing your face. It's pretty good for sensitive skin. Similar to the Dove Beauty Bar. We were just talking about cleansing oils for removing water-resistant sunscreen. This is another good option to use to remove water-resistant sunscreen or cosmetics from the face and or body. CeraVe hasn't come out with a new product in a while. I guess that's a good thing. This is a good in the sense that we, you know, stay consistent with what we're using and we don't impulsively buy something just because it's new. I like this product a lot. It's just their ultralight moisturizer. I don't know. I love CeraVe so much. I felt like I needed to hold that up and tell you guys and gush about it. Okay, they moved this one. This is a really good one. $8.49 for this big 8-ounce bottle of SPF 50. This is a combination sunscreen. It's got a very, very respectable low cast. It's not too bad as far as the cast. It does leave a cast, but water resistant, 80 minutes. Love this. Great product. I think the sport ones, I'm pretty sure have fragrance. What is the Advanced Baby? Is that like a baby with a high IQ gets this? Zinc oxide sunscreen. Babies, they really can wear the same sunscreen as adults, but their skin tends to be a little more sensitive, so it's better to choose mineral to reduce the risk of irritation. But like, you could put this on a baby. Don't tell Coppertone I'm telling you that, because you're like, we didn't test it on a baby. But you could. I mean, it's a zinc oxide sunscreen, same principle. This looked promising, but they added fragrance to it, which is unfortunate. I'll try and avoid fragrance in sunscreens. A word of caution about the marketing on this product, wet skin, full strength protection on wet or dry skin. When your skin gets wet, like when you're swimming and stuff, as soon as you get out, you need to reapply sunscreen. So don't let this mislead you into thinking that you don't need to reapply. That being said, if this didn't have fragrance, I would recommend it. It looks like a good one. It is a spray, so you're going to want to do the hand technique that we talked about earlier. Wow, Walgreens did not disappoint. They had some good stuff in there. I hope you guys enjoyed this shop with me video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.